Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. I just wanted to share a real quick video on how to steam substrate blocks, sawdust blocks for growing mushrooms. So a lot of people get in touch with me who don't have a giant pressure cooker, but they want to be able to grow mushrooms other than oyster mushrooms like shiitake, native shiitake, enoki, tawaka, piki, which is the native Hericium relative of lion's mane, and a few other mushrooms that are real fun to grow and super tasty. Now a lot of people don't have a giant pressure cooker sitting around, and this is just a real simple method that I came up with, although I'm sure somebody else has come up with it before as well, of basically just steaming some sawdust blocks in a big pot for a long time, and that is good enough to inoculate them and grow without contamination if the rest of your process is good as well, like doing your inoculations in a clean area. So I think the technical term for this method would probably be ultrapasteurisation rather than actual sterilisation, but I've had really good results with it myself. So in this case I've used an old beer keg that I cut the top off of and fitted a lid to that and just use it essentially as a big pot. You could also use the same method with a smaller vessel like a large stock pot on your stove at home, or a bigger vessel if you have one around and you've got enough gas ring to heat it up, big enough gas ring. But yeah, basically the essence is put a rack in the bottom of a pot, put some water in there, have a way of heating it, whether that's an element or a gas ring, and put your blocks in there and steam them for about 5 hours or so, or longer if you feel like it, but 5 hours seems to do the trick. So I'll show it to you now. So here it is, ultra simple. This is basically just a big pot. It happens to be an old beer keg because I had one laying around. And yeah, it's literally had the top cut off to fit this lid. I've got a brick on there, an old brick, nothing fancy, just to hold the lid down and keep the steam in a bit. And you can see in there, I've got another lid in there just holding the bags down, and some sawdust blocks. There's 6 blocks in there that are 2.5 kilograms each. And here's a gas ring, and that's just literally cooking away there. The other important thing to note is that I actually, in the bottom of this keg, probably about that far up, I've got some metal racks so that there's about that much water in the bottom of the keg, about 5 to 8 litres, and the bags are raised up above that. So the bags are sitting about there in 2 layers. And I literally just leave that on a simmer for about 5 hours. And when I turn the heat off, I take my trolley, push trolley, and move it into my clean area where I will inoculate it and just let it cool down overnight for inoculation tomorrow.